Welcome to the 60 Plus podcast.
I'm Janet.
And I'm Joe. How are you today, Janet?
Oh, I'm great.
Should I call you Tony?
Tony the Tiger.
Well, that's good that you're great.
Yeah. No, it's really nice out. It's cold. You know, it's like it's spring in New England.
Spring in New England, it's cold. We
Sunny.
had a lot of rain yesterday, and I'm so glad that it wasn't snow.
Yeah. Well, actually, I woke up and there was snow.
It was, well,
It
yes.
was pretty. It was really pretty, but
It's kind
it
of
was
slushy
snow.
and gross.
Yeah, I know.
But then it, I don't know, it rained like crazy. So
Oh, it's
it would not have,
crazy.
it would have been a major storm.
But I took the opportunity to go shopping.
Did you?
Yes.
Get anything good?
Well, I got stuff. I don't know if it was good or not.
Okay.
Got stuff.
I got to tell you, I'm a little nervous about today's show.
Really?
I am.
Well, ask me what we're talking about today.
What are we talking about today, Janet?
Well, today we have a real talk episode, and it's with you.
I know.
Because it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you.
I knew you were going to sing this.
Happy birthday, Mr. President.
I do like being called Mr. President.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, for the rest
That
of the
was
show,
Marilyn speaking, not me.
for the rest of the show, you can call me Mr. President.
Oh, God. Okay, that'll be your birthday present, but that's it. You don't get anything else.
All right. So,
So you ready? Yes.
I
just-
guess.
Hey, I
yes.
had to do it. It's your
No.
turn now.
No,
All is
turnabout
fair.
is not fair play.
All is fair. Okay, so Joe,
Okay. Yes, Janet.
did you celebrate turning 60? And if so, oh, by the way, you are 60, right?
I am 60
As-
plus.
As the co-host of the 60 Plus podcast, we have confirmed Joe is 60 plus.
I am 60 plus. A friend that I had lunch with yesterday said you are entering your mid 60s.
Oh,
I know.
wow, they really had to say that, huh? Wow, okay.
Yeah,
Nice
he
friend.
did. He did. Well,
Still your friend?
oh,
it's
there's an expression that among my friends that we all say about what we think of each other in a loving kind of way.
Of
It's
course.
not nice.
Of course. Well, it sounds very playful, and I'm sure your friends are great. Well, actually, I know some of your friends, and they are great.
They are
So,
great. Yes.
Even though you don't say that, but that's another subject altogether. Okay, so did you celebrate turning 60? And if so, how? If you can remember that far back.
I did celebrate turning 60. It wasn't a big celebration. I got together with a few friends and we shared a meal,
Mm-hmm.
and it was some loving kind of ribbing, like we
Sure.
rib each
You
other
got roasted.
a little bit,
Yeah.
but it was over a very nice meal, and they paid.
Oh, well, hey, you know what? They can, somebody can rib me all day long. If they're paying, that's fine. I'm happy.
Sure.
So how do you feel about being 60 plus?
Getting used to the idea.
A good thing, because you're now in the middle of it.
I'm in the middle. Well, I've had several chances to become accustomed to it. Some have kind of had more of an impact on me than others.
Yeah.
Have you noticed this?
I don't know. I can't even remember myself. It's like, when was my last birthday? It wasn't that
Couple
long
months
ago.
ago.
I don't remember how I felt. I'm like, how do I feel today?
Okay.
You know what I mean? So how do you feel?
I feel pretty good. I think the biggest thing that I can say about being 60 plus is surprised. It just snuck. It's like all of
Yeah.
a sudden
Yeah, I know.
it was 60 plus.
What?
Wait a second.
How did that happen?
I'll tell you something that really surprised me was when I got the notice about my 40th college reunion.
Yes.
It was like 40?
Yes.
No.
I just got that myself.
Did you?
too. I did.
You and I happened to go to the same college.
I know, which is funny. We didn't realize that. Yeah.
It was fun.
The other funny thing is that I discovered that a woman that I know who lives down the street in the city, she also went to the same college, same year.
Oh, really?
So we went to the last reunion together.
Oh, good.
So we're
Are you gonna-
talking about going again.
Oh, good.
So it'll be fun.
So yeah, that was that surprised me a lot.
Yeah, yeah. So complete this sentence. You know you're 60 when.
When your kids' friends are having babies.
Oh.
I just got a text this morning, like, meet so and so, and it's one of my older daughter's best friend's baby,
Aw.
and
Girl or boy?
a girl,
Aw.
Hannah Grace,
Aw.
which is an awesome name because my younger daughter's middle name is Grace.
Yeah. I had an aunt named Grace. A great name.
It is a great name.
Yeah.
My older daughter is named after a couple of relatives. My younger daughter, she said, "Who am I named after?" And we said, "Nobody. We just like the name."
She's like, thanks.
No, she kind of
Well,
bought
now
into
she
it.
owns it, right?
Yeah, it's like, oh, you name me something you liked. You didn't feel like you had to name me this thing.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right.
So yeah, when your kids not yet are having babies, but their friends are,
Yeah.
and when you're hearing about more and more kids getting married, I had lunch with some friends yesterday, and their daughter's getting married this spring. And it's like, geez, she was a
Yeah.
little
It's like
baby. Yeah,
everybody's growing up,
I know.
but we're not.
No, we're
just
going the
getting
other
old.
direction.
We're not growing up or getting old.
So
So now that you're in your 60s, do you do anything differently?
I get out of bed slower.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that I've I've mentioned this to you before, and you've made fun of me for it. I always make sure when I'm home alone that I have my cell phone in my pocket
Why? In case you
in
fall?
case I fall, or
Oh.
in case.
I know. Isn't that horrible?
Yes,
Actually, my daughter was like wanted to get me the Apple Watch because it has like a fall down
detection.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know.
I've
Maybe I
fallen
do
and I
need
can't
that.
get up.
Given my
Well, a
past-
couple of weeks ago, you
did fall.
you had fallen. Yeah. So,
Yeah, I missed the last step.
well, don't do that.
No.
I think I move a little more slowly, and I'm a
Mhm.
little more conscious of aches and pains.
I know.
Yeah.
Have you ever like think about like how older people, I'm not going to say old people, older people talk about their health and stuff? And it's
All the
because
time.
that's what's going on.
Rarely a week goes by, rarely a day goes by where I'm not having a conversation with a friend my age about some health issue.
I know. It's huge.
Uh-huh.
It's huge. And it's, the old saying, right? If you have your health, you have everything.
hmm
It's so true. And when, you're having an ache or pain, that's what you think about. And if you could just, if there's a way to unthink it, I wonder if you could get rid of it. Like,
Okay.
I'm just going to ignore it and be in denial that I have a sore shoulder right now.
Well, I mean, sometimes pain is something that you should pay attention to.
Well, that's true. It is an indicator, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So moving on, what changes have you noticed since you turned 60?
What changes have I noticed since I turned 60?
Yeah.
I can't talk about my hair because that happened before I was 60. I think the little aches and pains kind of thing.
Yeah. It could be
Uh,
mental too. It doesn't have to be physical.
vision. I'm
Yeah.
constantly like adjusting my glasses, and these are progressive lenses. I'm constantly moving my glasses around to try and see things better, moving
Yep.
into the light. I feel very badly.
Don't move too far into the light. Just stay away from the light.
I feel very badly that I made fun of my father. We would go into a restaurant and he'd say, "I can't read the menu. Why is it so dark in here?" I feel
Aw.
badly that I did
I
that.
know,
to him.
because, oh my God, and why do they have to make the print on these menus so tiny? My daughter's like, Mom, do you want me to read you the menu? I'm like, oh my God, this is horrible.
I haven't yet gotten to the stage that some people that are hopefully older than us, I haven't gotten to the stage where, wow, it's loud in here. Oh, I'm never coming back. And have you noticed people like they complain about how loud a restaurant? I haven't gotten to that point yet.
In my old dance class, we had a very wide range of age dancing. And actually, they just found out that dancing is the number one thing you can do to reduce anxiety and depression.
Really?
Number one of all the things. Isn't that
Hmm.
amazing? But anyway, so long story short, we had quite an older woman in our class, and she'd always be like, "Can you turn down the music? Can you?" And of course, we're all like, "Turn it up, raise the roof." And she was not happy about it. And some people were wearing earplugs. I noticed that when I go to listen to live music now, there's a lot of older people wearing earplugs.
Well, I think also that people have become wise to it.
Yeah. Irreversible.
Yeah, that loud music and noises are damaging. I mean, when I was growing up, no one wore any kind of ear protection.
No.
Even like, summers when I was in high school, I'd work construction sometimes.
Mm.
No one was wearing ear protection. No one
Right.
wore ear protection mowing their lawn.
No.
Now you do see that.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
There's a brewery nearby that I go to sometimes, and they have music. People will bring their kids to the brewery, and I see kids with ear protection on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very young
They're
kids.
getting smarter, huh?
Mhm.
In some things, anyway. Okay. So moving on here. What is your biggest challenge at 60 plus?
Well, you know that I'm looking for a job.
Yes.
Getting an interview can
Mm-hmm.
be a challenge. I've had conversations with people my age. I've had a cousin that was doing something similar. People don't want to hire someone 60 plus.
Oh,
They think you're
no.
too close to retirement, and I'm not. I feel like I have a bunch of
Yeah.
good years ahead of me.
Sure.
I want to work. It's not blatant. It's not spoken about because
No,
it's
'cause
illegal.
ageism.
But I think that that's a big challenge.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I agree. I
Next
agree.
question.
Moving on. What is your biggest delight?
My biggest delight, still being here and feeling healthy and vibrant, and I don't feel old.
Yeah.
I thought when I got to the mid 60s, I thought I would feel old. I don't. I
Yeah.
still feel like a young guy.
Yeah. It's not that old. And it gets younger all the time.
It does. says the 60 plus co-host of the 60 plus podcast. I'm a little delighted about that. I have a lot of good things to be thankful for,
Yeah.
but I don't feel old.
Yeah. I know. It's great.
Mhm.
Right?
I think when my grandparents were my age, I think they felt old.
Yeah. I don't know how they felt,
I think
really.
they
We never
did.
really asked them, like, how old do you
They
feel?
acted old.
They did, but it was maybe just relative to our age rather than their age. You know what I mean? I just
Maybe.
don't see, I mean, they weren't running around playing pickleball.
No.
But my grandfather, he bowled. He was a big bowler. He was pretty active. He bowled a 298 one time.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, can you imagine being only 2 pins
298
away
is,
from a
yeah,
perfect
I know.
game? Oh, ouch.
Yep.
But, so people golf, whatever. I think that's been going on for a long time, staying active, but
Mhm.
I don't know.
Regardless, I'm happy that I don't feel old.
Okay, good. I'm glad. Okay. Next question. Has your love for spreadsheets grown or depleted? Depleted over the years now that you're 60 plus?
Is there going to be a question about things that I've regretted?
No.
Because it will be having told you that I love Excel spreadsheets. My love for spreadsheets has remained constant through the years.
What a nice concept, right? That your love should remain constant. Oh, if only that were true. Oh my goodness.
Next
Okay.
question.
Okay. What advice would you give?
You know what's not fair about this?
Fair. There it is. I told you in the beginning, there is no fair.
But this is what's not
Take
fair.
it back.
I interviewed you first.
Yeah.
There's very little chance for me to get back at you now.
You have to wait another year.
Well, yeah, but I'll have forgotten by then because
Oh, I don't think so. I really don't think you'll forget. Plus, you threw in a couple of questions for me that I didn't expect.
not expecting.
Held
and
my feet to the fire about millennials. Remember
I
that?
did. Yeah, that was actually good. None of the questions I asked you were making fun.
Now, that's your interpretation. Maybe some people think spreadsheets are sexy.
You're making fun again.
Joe, I bet you one of our listeners is going to make a comment and they're going to be like, "Happy birthday, Joe. I love spreadsheets too."
Okay.
All right? Don't worry.
And I love that
There are
listener.
other people out there just like you.
Okay.
No,
No, they're not.
No, you're right, because you're special.
I
On
am
your
special.
birthday, let's just say you're special. Okay, so what advice would you give to someone who is about to turn 60?
Don't worry about it. Be glad that you're here. There are always things to be grateful for. And enjoy what you can.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let the number affect how you feel.
Mm.
We just talked about it. Don't feel old because you're 60. I mean,
It's just a number.
it is just a number. It's a bigger number,
Yeah.
but don't let it get you
When
down.
you think about it, it's really young compared to like 90 or 100,
Oh, yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
People are living into their hundreds
Hmm.
now. So if you think about it, we've got a good 40 years left. That
I have
40 years is a long time.
I have a friend whose father is, I think, 97, and he refers to us as the young people.
Yeah.
So just enjoy it. It's a great time of life. There are great things to look forward to still.
Mm-hmm.
And don't get hung up on that number, because I think the number can affect you negatively.
Yeah, if you think about it in terms of a cultural sense. Yeah.
Mhm.
So last question.
Wow. Really?
Yes. I have a few other questions.
Okay.
We can go over 10. Do you have a bucket list? And if so, what's on it? And take your time answering this.
There are things in the back of my mind that I say I would like to do.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't call it a bucket list. I have a very good friend who does have a bucket list. He has like 5 or 6 things. He's like, I want to do this. I want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be around long enough to enjoy my grandkids and see my
Mhm.
grandkids grow up
Mm-hmm.
as long as I can. I would like to travel a little bit more. I haven't done that much lately.
Mm-hmm.
I want to spend more time outdoors. When I was younger, I spent a lot of time outdoors in the mountains, camping, and I want to get back to that. And I'm going to be doing that this summer. So, nothing that I would really call a bucket list, but things that I'd like to attain.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get a new job,
Yeah. Yeah.
a new day job, not a new podcast job. I've got enough of that. But
Yeah. You can't get another podcast.
no, this one takes enough of my time between editing and all.
Yes.
Are you editing this episode?
If you want me to, I can try.
Janet has never edited an episode before.
We
So
used to edit together, remember?
you stood over my shoulder and told me what to do.
I love that. That was fun. Those are
Oh yeah, that was a
those are
lot of
fond
fun.
memories
lot
for
of
me.
fun. Lot of fun. The short answer to your question is no, not really a bucket list, but there are things that I would like to see in the future.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What about AI? You want to see that come to fruition?
I'm kind of sanguine about AI. I don't really. It's coming.
Mm.
It's been coming for a long time. I don't know that people that think that all of a sudden, because ChatGPT became a thing, and they're reveling in the failures of AI when, well, it's only going to get better from now.
Yeah.
So,
We don't have to go into a conversation about AI, but
who brought it up?
I did.
Okay.
So when this airs, it'll be actually the day after your birthday.
That's correct.
What do you think you're going to be doing on your birthday? Do you have like a favorite birthday dinner?
I
Like
have
if
a favorite-
somebody were to cook for you,
I have
what
a
would you
favorite
want them to
birthday
make?
dessert?
Oh, what is it?
Strawberry shortcake.
Strawberry shortcake.
Yes.
Okay. But not a favorite dinner.
No, I really like lots of different kinds of food.
Yeah.
I love food.
Yeah.
As you know.
Yes.
So I don't really have a favorite kind of food, but my favorite dessert is good strawberry shortcake.
Okay. Note. I'd like to do birthday dinners for people in my life because
Okay.
that's what my mother used to do. She'd be like, okay, what's your birthday's coming up? What do you want for your dinner? And I'd be like, lasagna and coconut cake.
Ooh, coconut cake.
Although now I think that might have changed to flourless chocolate cake now or lava cake or something like that. That's like my
Really?
favorite now. Yeah.
Okay.
The more chocolate.
The more chocolatey, the better. Yeah.
So your strawberry shortcake.
Well, why not
okay.
just a pile of chocolate then? Just like a mound of dark chocolate.
Well, yeah, I do that anyway. That's nothing special. That's a daily dose. So when your strawberry shortcake, right?
Mhm.
Do you like the cake to be biscuits or do you like the cake to be like a pound cake or what do you like?
Biscuits.
Biscuits. Okay. And do you like cream, like homemade cream on
Whipped cream? Absolutely.
Whipped cream. Okay.
Mhm.
And ice cream or no?
No,
Don't need it. Don't need it.
macerated strawberries, biscuits, and nice whipped cream with maybe a touch of vanilla in it, or
Okay.
Maybe
okay.
maybe a touch of alcohol in there somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Got to get a little buzz from that strawberry shortcake.
Not enough for a buzz,
You
but
know, I learned this trick about strawberries. If you want to, when you're preparing them, you put crushed black pepper over them. It brings out the sugar in the strawberry.
Interesting.
Yeah, isn't it?
very interesting.
Yeah, and it works too. It's really good.
Okay.
Mm,
All right.
yeah.
That sounds good.
Something to think about. So I don't have any more questions for you. Is there anything else that you would like to talk to with our listeners about your upcoming birthday?
Not about my birthday,
No.
but about the podcast.
Oh, okay.
I ran into somebody the other day that I've known for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
And he took me aside and he said, Joe, I've binge listened to all of the 60 Plus podcast episodes.
Wow. That's like 35.
I think so, yes. And he said, it made me feel very encouraged. I said, really? Why? He
Oh.
said, because sometimes you would say things and he'd say, I'm not the only one that thinks that.
Oh, isn't that great?
It was really nice to hear it. Someone I've known for probably 20 years.
Yeah.
And I don't see him often. I hadn't mentioned the podcast to him. I hadn't seen him really. And he found it, I think, through social media. So we are on social media, Instagram and Facebook.
Yep.
And he and his wife binge listened to it. And he was very complimentary. So
Oh, that's great.
it was really nice to hear.
That's a great story. I'm glad to hear that
Mhm.
because that was the whole impetus for this,
It really was.
right? Is
Mhm.
we wanted to, well, first of all, you're not alone. We are a huge group of people, actually.
We are.
Yeah, with
Sure.
big buying power.
Big buying power. And regardless of what Janet says, she is a boomer.
I don't know about that. It depends on who you ask.
If you ask your next door neighbor, she's going to say no. Is she older or younger than you, Janet?
No, it was, I don't remember who it was, but they said, oh, no, you're, at the backside of being Gen X. And I was like, okay.
She's wrong.
I know. I actually, for all of my demographic stuff, I go to the Pew Research Center.
Mhm.
And because I think they're like the Bible for that kind of thing. And
What does
I think-
Pew have to say?
They say I'm a boomer.
Yeah, you are. You're a boomer.
But
Boomer.
don't tell anybody.
Okay. Don't tell anybody. You host a podcast called the 60 Plus Podcast.
Oh, yeah. I guess the word's out. All right. So, Joe, this has been delightful.
It has been.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much.
You want me to sing again?
No,
Happy birthday
don't. No.
to you.
Well, it's. I guess it doesn't matter what I want.
It's not your birthday yet.
Well, you asked me, and then I said no, and you sang anyway.
All right. Well, I won't do it again. Okay.
Well, thank you for this. It was
It wasn't that painful, right?
far less painful than I thought it was going to be.
It was kind of fun.
It was.
I like taking control and hosting and asking all the questions.
All
Oh, the
right.
power.
So until next week, this has been the 60 Plus Podcast. Don't forget to share it with friends.
Yes, please.
And until next week, I'm Joe.
And I'm Janet. Bye.